Ahoy there my mateys, my name is Champ, casual gamer and reigning Mahjong champion. How are ya? I started playing Apex back in 2021. My first ever experience was playing on the Winter Train map and I was afraid, deathly afraid, but I had tons of fun. I had never really played Battle Royales before, but I was interested in the game because of some really big guns that I saw. But on a serious note, it was the pandemic and I legally could not leave my house. As a Southeast Asian, it was hell. Lockdowns, nobody under 18 could leave or enter anywhere public. It was an interesting time in my life. So yeah, I was finished studying for the entrance exams and wanted something new in my life. I installed Apex and fell in love slowly. Very slowly. When I first played it, it was an entirely different ball game. The triple take used to be a sniper rifle, the wingman was a heavy weapon, you spawned in without shields, blue evos need only 300 damage to evolve into purple, and you can't even evolve into red anymore. I took several breaks, but I came back to play after I saw that they released Mad Maggie. I actually thought that that was an edit because I was like, isn't this the person from Physics Star, but whatever. So I came back, played Mad Maggie, won mad games with her. Not gonna lie, I am what you could call a Mad Maggie main. Not anymore though, because I don't know how to play her anymore. I stopped playing after that season because that was when they integrated arenas into the battle pass, and I did not want to grind the battle pass playing arenas because it was hell. There were so many cheaters. So yeah, literally stopped playing after that season, came back a year later, discovered upgrades existed, stopped because I was overwhelmed, and I came back after Lainey mentioned it, and yeah, I'm back. I remember way back when you didn't pick up your teammate's banner after they died. That was it. End scene. They are the weakest link. So when I was playing back then and you were the only one left, Apex stopped being a battle royale and turned into a stealth game. But here's the thing about Apex in 2025. It's still got movement, baby. Movement for days. People are double jumping, flying, teleporting, phasing through the fucking wall. It's also got craftable banners. Yes, that's right, my mateys. You've got games where you got your adrenaline pumping. You knock that guy, you push, empty your magazine into their fucking shields. Then you also got games where you recreate that scene from Forrest Gump and just haul ass. Yeah, not my proudest moment, but I didn't really fancy the idea of losing minus 30 RP again. So let me play you through this game of Apex Rats, where I played Sparrow with a Mirage and an Ash. I've found that I really like playing Sparrow and Alter, but I mostly play Sparrow because I just love his kit. His kit has saved me more times than I can count. But if he is taken, I'm usually Alter. And if they're both taken, I'm usually fucked. Anyway, I pulled off the respawn on this Ash, but we needed to hotfoot it out of there. The squad I had been running away from had made it to the replicator I was eyeing, clearly sniffing me out. I knew that there was a snowball's chance in hell that I was gonna make it out of this 3v2 alive, not when the ring's closing in on us and we're in such a vulnerable pussy, so I made the call to GTFO and run to the other nearest replicator, where of course was another squad. That's the thing I love about Sparrow's tactical. I didn't even need to be near the survey beacon. I was holding out on a prayer, hoping that the enemy squad didn't notice me scampering off to the replicator with my tail tucked between my legs. But nope, they knew I was there. So I dance around, trying to avoid charge rifle shots to my footsies, so close to cover, and then I got knocked. Thankfully, they were too far away to thirst me down properly, so I bravely crawled to the back of the building where Ash helped me up, so that she could get knocked down herself. Now, I am not delusional, so I knew I needed my teammates back in the game if I even wanted the chance to gain some RP. Knowing that the two squads circling my position are in high positions, I once again scuttled towards the replicator with a dream. A dream that came true after I held my teammates' banners in my hand, and now, all that was left was to respawn them both and huddle like rats.
Well done. Your skills have proven useful. Reloading.
That enemy's being tagged.
Just relax. Get everything under control.
I'm recharging my shield.
Shields are depleted. Recharging.
Reloading. No, I'm down.
But I thirsted too hard, like a man lost in the desert, and that resulted in my death, which wasn't really that big of a deal since they just brought me back and now I had 1 assist to my name, but that didn't last long.
The enemy is moving in.
10 seconds until the ring closes. It's close though. I'm down.
The ring got smaller, the squads got closer, and we were the weakest link. But we still made it out of that match with 26 more RP, baby! Now, how about a game where we actually win, eh? Same legends, but we swapped out Mirage for Loba, and instead of Storm Point, we were at World's Edge. We had a particularly peaceful start. Nobody was around for miles, and we had all the time in the world to hoard whatever we would like. I usually go for a Hemlock, but this time around I fancied a longbow because I was sick and tired of getting picked from afar, and I wanted the chance to beat that guy who does that. We actually didn't get any action until half the squads were tossed. I got a particularly good headshot on a fella from afar though, but it was perfect that I did get myself a sniper rifle because most squads were afar, they were scattered, and I would not have been able to poke at them with an assault rifle very well. We did get to see combat up close, or well, close enough. I didn't really see him since I just chucked a grenade through the window and got one of them. I'd love to say that the final battle was epic. Slides here and there, frags were thrown, Loba backhanded someone, Ash got drunk, blah 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 blah. But that's just not the case. It was more like,
Shields are depleted. Recharging. Recharging my shields.
They're shooting at me. Recharging my shield.
Shields are depleted. Recharging. Our target is here. Shooting.
Recharging my shields. Cover.
Enemy in the
Reloading. Bullseye. Un momento.
enemy there. Our way. Reloading.
Okay. Bullseye. Enemy hit.
Target spotted.
We need to pick up. Shooting at me.
Reloading.
Recharging my shields. Cover me. Using a Phoenix kit.
Setting up shop.
Setting a tracker.
Opening fire. Reloading.
Getting shot at.
Shields.
They're shooting at me. The enemy.
Fire. Healing.
Getting shot at. Reloading. Recharging my shield.
I cracked them.
finally, the ring was closing in and our enemies had no other choice but to push in on us. But we had poked at them enough that they'd presumably ran out of shields and syringes with how low they were when they arrived. I'd merely sneezed at their Ash's direction and she got knocked. It didn't take long for me to knock some sense into their lifeline as well. I'd no idea where the third one was, but since Loba was down for the count, I decided to go down there and help her when suddenly... Looking at that screen, I was so happy. I threw some salt on the ground and gestured toward it like I'd never seen such a thing before. Did the mandatory Apex victory, shoot at each other, then stared at my screen as I ascended into Platinum 4, baby! Apex is a completely different game from the game that I knew back when I was new. I don't know what half the legends do anymore. I've forgotten the maps, I've forgotten the rat spots, and I still don't know how to use the bot check. But if there's one thing I can say about Apex in 2025, I can say that I love it more than I loved it 4 years ago. The problems I had with it back then, the banners timing out, the rage quitters, the cheaters, the god-awful servers. I've had a positive experience with Apex recently, and I think that if, like me, you've taken a break from this game, you might want to hop in and check it out. The new legend is fun. There's new mechanics and all. It's just so new to me. Anyway, I'm off to play more Apex off screen. So goodbye. See ya. Bye bye. See you later. Bye bye. Goodbye. Bye.